It's back to school again for the Vodafone Warriors. No, they're not having to catch up on their maths and science lessons. The boys are at Park Estate Primary School in Auckland as part of their Warriors Against Bullying campaign. Today, they're the teachers, helping to spread the message that bullying is wrong.
Yeah, it's a program that started, a couple of months ago. It's been going now for a few of the boys that got out to a lot of different schools, and it's been very successful. So a great initiative, and I think the kids, really receive it the way it should be received.
The program has been adapted from former skipper Dean Bell's time in England.
Where it's come over from the Wigan Warriors, set up by Dean Bell over in England, and it's come to New Zealand, and it fits perfectly because it's Warriors Against Bullying. And they looked for a sponsor, and that was the New Zealand Blue Light. I'm part of the New Zealand Blue Light here in Papakura, and had the opportunity to be a facilitator, which I jumped at because it's an amazing opportunity to work with the Warriors. And so it's just the partnership between the Blue Light and the Warriors, Vodafone Warriors.
This is the initial lesson. It's an hour-long session delivered by the players, the Vodafone Warriors themselves. We talk about the tactics and the rules to become a WAB member, Warriors Against Bullying. And we do circle time where the children sort of talk about how they would feel if they were being bullied. A lot of them obviously have been through a lot of bullying themselves, probably in their lives. So we actually encourage them that, you don't want them to be feeling like that or let anybody else feel like that. So it's really important to do the right thing, to be good people, and a lot of the children are buying into it at the moment.
The Warriors Against Bullying program is operating in 4 schools at the moment, and the formula is working well.
And they sit there and they watch all the big tackles and the passes and all the different play that they do, which is good. And then we sit down there and introduce the Warriors, and the team leader introduces the Warriors, and then we go in and we talk about the tactics, we talk about the rules. The Warriors have tactics they have to use to win games and to practice on the field. They also have rules, the rugby league rules, and as a WAB team member they have to follow tactics and they have to follow rules to become a team member. And so we teach them those rules and those tactics, and they're all on bullying, and the kids learn them, and then they go on and they do a further 3 classes after that.
A person who has been bullied might feel sad.
The attraction of the Warriors delivering the message is a big thing. There are a lot of anti-bullying policies and programs out there, but like a lot of children, it probably goes in one ear, out the other. But when you've got people like Steve Price and Wade McKinnon saying that bullying is wrong, obviously they take a lot of notice.
Michael felt very sad. Back in the change room, nobody spoke to Michael. All of the team ignored him, even his best friend Brian. Some of the players had seen Hame trip Michael but were too frightened to speak up in case they got the same treatment from Hame.
Well, the idea is actually to get the kids in year 5 so that next year and for the remaining of the year they're leaders, and in the following year then they become the year 6s. They've done the WAB team, they're part of the team, and they're the examples for the rest of the children. And we're going to listen as they tell us about the tactics you need in being a WAB team member.
We leave them with a teacher's pack, so everything's done for the teachers. The last thing they need is extra work. I mean, they've got enough in their own curriculum. We try and make it easy for them, but it's up for the children then to sort of talk about what their definition of bullying is about. So, it's not just about us telling them, it's about them sort of expressing how they feel about it, and also about how they can maybe overcome it. We also ask them to do an anti-bullying poster, where the winning poster from the school that does it comes down to a very special training session. We make a fuss of them, obviously the media get involved, so it's quite a special thing for them, and it's something that the classes in the past in the UK have really looked forward to. Probably the teachers have probably been worse actually, because they couldn't wait to be around the players themselves. And and we come back for an assembly in 4 weeks' time, and it's up to the children to deliver that whole message out to the rest of the school. And what we say on that is just use your imagination. Role-playing, theatre, drama, anything goes. Music, so it's great. And that's a really good time because the players really enjoy that. They can actually see the results of that first lesson, and they can see the impact that it has on all the children involved, but also the rest of the school.
Warriors Against Bullying is a major part of the One Community initiative at the club. The schools and police believe it is having a huge impact.
If we get the right message across, hopefully, the kids will put that not only in their school life but in their real life, and will reduce the bullying, because it does have a huge impact on a lot of, kids' lives and eventually people's lives.